Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Harsh, and today in this video, we are going to talk about how you can parse PDF data and read the data and then extract some really helpful insights from the PDF. So, basically, on our day to day life, we are using PDF very often, and but again, we don't know like how to use that data. Let's say, for example, if PDF is like 100 pages long, and if you need to summarize that PDF, it will take maybe 3 to 4 or 5 to 6 hours to do that. But again, with the help of AI and automation tools, we can do that in just minutes, right? So let's say if you want to summarize the 100 pages PDF, you can easily do that in like 1 or 2 minutes using AI and the automation tools that we are going to use in this particular video. So basically in this video, so first let's walk through the system, and let's also look at the demo of the system. So this is the PDF report analyzer. As name suggested, the PDF consists of a lot of data for a particular company, and those data is around their website traffic, page traffic, and everything. And from that, we are going to analyze the data. We are going to extract some insights, observations, and action items. So the first step is to like get the URL of the PDF, URL of those PDFs from Google Sheet. So the first step is like to Google Sheet. Again, this is just for this particular video. You can always have another database like Airtable, Dropbox, or Google Drive, where like you have stored those PDFs, right? So again, in the Google Sheet, let's say this is the Google Sheet, and here you have to add URL of those PDF. Once you add that, you just need to run this module, right? The second step of is like you have to add those URLs, PDF URLs into pdf.co module. We will see how to set up each and everything like pdf.co, ChatGPT, and everything. And then once this will convert those PDF data into text, and then we dump all of that text into ChatGPT to analyze the data and then give us the insights, observations, and action items. So and then we are parsing that data into JSON in order to get the output in a very nice and formatted way. So this is the output: key insights, key observations, and action items. And then we are dumping all of that into ChatGPT again in order to format the line items, like in order to format the action items from the previous model that we have got. And then in the last, we are sending message to a Slack private channel. So let's say for example, you have like 3 to 4 PDFs every day that you are copying up with, and you want to summarize each and everything, and you want that summary of PDF into your messaging app like Slack, your WhatsApp, on your email. You can do that easily, right? In this case, we are using Slack, but again, you can swap this with email or any sort of a messaging platform that you want, right? I think Make has integration with almost all the frequently used messaging app. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so now let's run this scenario and see what kind of output we are going to get, right? So let's run this one and let's wait for some time in order to get the message into the Slack. Yeah, so right now this particular module is converting this PDF data into text, and then all of that text dump into this module to analyze the data and give us the appropriate output. And yeah, see, this has been message has been sent to Slack, and then now let's see that. So right now it's 8, let's see, it's 6:05, and yeah, we got the first PDF message, and the second one is like in the process. Yeah, it's also done. So now let's see the second one as well. So this is the second one, right? This one. So we got these data, insights, observations, and action items from that particular system. Again, you can always beautify this. You can always format this in a way you want. I'm not spending too much time on that for this particular video. Otherwise, this video will get maybe 1 hour long. Yeah. So now this is not just limited to analyzing the data and everything. Let's say if you have a proposal in a PDF format, or let's say if you have pricing PDF, invoicing PDF, for example, and you want to get all of those variables like total cost, tax, client name, and everything in a very beautiful formatted way in Google Sheet or Slack message. Let's say if you want to send all of those information to your team member or the salesperson from that PDF, you can easily do that by using this system. This is just one example of how you can use the system to parse data from PDF and then extract the information from that. So yeah, now we are going to see how you can build it from scratch. So for that, let's create a new scenario in our make.com account, and the first step is to add Google Sheet module, and under that, let's add search rows, right? And now we just need to select the spreadsheet from the ID. So in my case, it's SEO report. Yeah, SEO report PDF parse, right? And under that, just select the sheet in which your PDF URLs are, and then keep all everything as it is. You don't need to do anything in this one. Limit for now, for this the sake of this video, I'm adding one as a limit, so it will only get one PDF from that. So yeah, now if I run this module, it will get me one PDF URL from that sheet, because we have set up that limit to one, right? Here. So yeah, once we get the output, once we get the one URL from the sheet, now the next thing is like we need to add that pdf.co, right? So let's add that, and then convert from, we need to choose this module, convert from PDF. Now again, I already have an account, but let's say if you're doing it for the first time, so what you need to do is you just need to type pdf.co in the search bar, and then we'll come to this particular website. Just click on sign up for this website, and it will give you 10,000 credits for free, right? So it will more than sufficient to test it out, like whether it is working for you or not, right? So it will really helpful. So let's say free trial. Right now I had around 10,000 credits, but again I use this to do some testing on like how useful this is, and then I found it really helpful. But again, you can always test it out and then see if it is working for you or not, right? In a free trial, it will I think they are going to give you 30 days free trial. In that, you will get 10,000 credits each time you run this module. You call the API, it will cost you 200 to 300 credits. That is what I have seen. Let me show you that as well. So see, every time I call the API, it cost me somewhere around 200, 250 to 300, right? So just keep that in mind when you are like calling the pdf.co API. So now, once you sign up on this particular platform, okay, let me go to dashboard. Yeah. Okay. So once you sign up on this platform, you will see this particular window. Just copy your API key and click on this add one, paste your API key here, and then click on save, and your connection with the mic.com will be created. Right now, here you will see there are two options for input file. One is like to upload a file, and another one is like import a file from URL. So like basically we are going to import file from the URL because we already have a URL in our Google Sheet. So we are getting the file from there. So click on the import a file from URL, and then under the URL section, map this PDF URL because you have your PDF URL here, right? Once you map that, output file name can be anything like example. You can put anything that you want. Convert type, in which format you want to convert that PDF to, right? So like there are plenty of options like PDF to text, CSV, JSON, XML, everything. Again, it's up to you how you want to use it. But again, for this sake, for the purpose of this video, we are going to convert that into a text, PDF to text. There are two PDF to text. First one is like simple, no layout, fast. Second one is PDF to text, right? So we are going to choose that. I will keep everything blank, right? An export file, except export type is like the download file. Okay. So now once you integrate this module, and then if you click on this run once, you will see an output from that, like what kind of data it will throw as an output. So basically it is going to convert PDF to text basically, and that text is not in a very beautiful format. So yeah. So here under the data, we will see that, right? Okay, okay. Think I think we choose wrong conversion method here. Let's look at this one because it's a downloadable file. Let me look at the previous scenario. Yeah. Okay. We need to choose export type as a JSON output, and once we click on OK and run it once, it should now give us the output in a text format. Let's see. So it is taking, I think, yeah, we got the output, and if you can see, this is the output that we need, right? In a JSON format. This is the body. All the text has been extracted from the PDF. Now we can use this in any way that we want, right? So for this video, we are going to extract some really cool insights from this. So instead of creating a ChatGPT module from the scratch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy this module and paste it here, right? And then let's look at each and everything in that under that module one by one. So once you connect the ChatGPT module, the model that you are going to choose is GPT-4o system. Again, you can choose any sort of a model that you want. Maybe you can choose GPT-4o mini or any sort of that to for the cost saving purpose. First message is system, where like we are telling system that you are helpful, intelligent, data extraction on assistant, right? And the second message is that the message that we are going to type, and we are telling ChatGPT to do something. So this message is like that: you extract data from PDF reports, you will receive a text scrap of the report data, and your job is to turn that report data into three structure field: key insights, key observations, action items, and return the result in JSON. And this is the JSON format that I have defined, and I'm telling ChatGPT to return the output in this particular format. And then each field must return only 3 to 5 results. And when you return output in action items, be specific about what exactly needs to do. Must include specific pages, keywords that we can optimize for for this and the next quarter, as to make these action items more valuable, right? So basically we are telling ChatGPT that, okay, this be very specific when you're providing a final output. We don't want any generic output. We want to be very specific to that particular client, to that particular report, and we want to provide value, right? So basically That's the reason. And then final output must not include anything before curly bracket in the beginning and after curly bracket in the end, and not include JSON, like this, right? So yeah, now this final instruction is very important, because whenever like you're working with ChatGPT, or for that matter any sort of an AI tool in make.com, it will throw an output with some prefix and postfix of the of the result, right? And let's say if you are working with something very specific like JSON and everything, and if you're going to parse the JSON in the next step, it won't work, right? Because basically it will be something like JSON in the beginning of the output, and the three colon or comma in the end of the output. So it will not going to work that way. So basically that's why this final instruction is very important, and it tells ChatGPT to the strictly follow the output format the way we want. So yeah, and then the third message is we are going to provide we need to provide the body text from the pdf.com module, where like we have converted that PDF to text, so we need that text into this, right? And then again, for the max token, you can all if you want to use maximum, you can always keep it 0. And let's say if you want to optimize it for cost saving, you can put like 2000, 3000. That depends on the length of the text or length of the result of the previous module. Yeah, so that's all about max token. And now let's click on OK. And yeah, let's run this module once again and see what kind of okay. Yeah, we need to change this one. Okay, for body, let's choose this. Yeah. Let's look at that output under that body. Yep. Okay, so now let's run this scenario for one more time, and then see what kind of results we are going to get. Yeah. uh, okay, so I think yeah, we got the result. And let's first see the usage. So maybe I think we have total we have used 5857 tokens. I think we need to optimize on that. Maybe we can set some limits on that. And the choices under the message, basically let's see this one. Yeah, so we got the key insights, key observations, and action items without anything before the output and after the output, right? So I think we got the exact result that we want. Now we can use this. Let's first copy this one. So I think so that we don't need to run these models again and again, because it is consuming a lot of operations and tokens and everything, right? So yeah, now the next thing is like we need to parse the JSON to make it to format it in a very beautiful way, right? So parse, let's select the parse JSON module, and under that select the result that we have got from the previous ChatGPT module. Once we done with that, let's run this model only and see. Yeah, see, so we got one bundle. Under that there are three array, right? So basically this model is converting those JSON format into a bundle collection of array. Bundle is nothing but the collection of array. So basically in the next model you can choose the specific array one by one if you want. So that's where it's very helpful. So in every array, we have got 5 results, because I think we defined that we only want 3 to 5 key insights, key observation, and key action items, right? So see, and I think if you can just look at the action items, it's very specific. Let's say optimize pages with keywords in position 25, focusing on the keyword with over 500 impression but fewer than 10 clicks. Maybe clinical. These are the keywords that we need to focus on, right? And then also it included the pages as well. So I think this results are really helpful for, if you're like doing it for a client, it's really helpful, right? So now once we get those data, now we can do anything. Let's say if you want to format it, we can do it. If we don't, and if we just want to directly send it to a Slack or any sort of a messaging platform, we can also do that. So now in my case, for this scenario, let's not just send it to Slack, but instead let's send it to my email. So yeah, send an email and see how, in which format we will get this message, right? To yeah, okay, I want to, okay, and in the content it should be in a plain text. In the content, we are going to use this and this, but with new, in a new line, right? So I added this two, and this one as well. And now let's see what kind of email we are going to get. So for that, let's open the email as well. Now let's run this model one more time and then see if you get the email or not. So let's wait for some time, and it's converting that PDF to text. Okay. And yeah, now we are this model is now working on analyzing the data and getting some insights for us. And we parse the JSON, and then I think we so let's see, from organic sources have significantly surpassed the yearly target, achieving 25. Yeah, I think we got the observation, we got the insights, and then we got the action items as well. Again, it's not in a format, it's not in a very beautiful formatting, and we can actually format this in a way that we want. Let's say we can format it in a bullet points, so that it is like very easy to read for anyone who, to whoever is like you are sending this to. You can always do that, but again, that's not that difficult, right? So I'm not showing you that in this video. You can do it in your own way. So yeah, that's all about how you can parse the data from PDF and then extract some helpful information out of that. Please like this video and subscribe my channel, because on this channel I'm creating video around AI automation and make.com that will help you to make real money. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Till then, bye bye, take care.